So let's talk about one of the biggest, oldest questions we can possibly ask. Where did we all come from? I mean, what was that very first spark of humanity?
It's a question that every culture on Earth has wrestled with. What was that initial moment that led to, well, all of us?
And there are countless answers out there in philosophies and ancient texts all over the world. But today, we're going to zero in on one incredible story from a revered Hindu text called the Agni Purana.
Okay, so our story starts at the very beginning, with the great question of creation itself.
And what's so cool is that we can go directly to the source. This right here is a page from the Agni Purana. This is just one of many ancient Hindu texts full of stories and wisdom. And this specific chapter is where our story begins. It's literally called Description of the Creation of the Universe.
Now, the main character in our story is the creator god Brahma, and he had a monumental task in front of him. This is all about Brahma's resolve.
I want you to just picture this for a second. The entire universe has been formed. You've got the stars, the planets, everything. But there's one critical challenge left. How do you fill this magnificent but totally empty universe with living beings?
And this is where the solution gets really, really fascinating. It's a concept of one body giving rise to two distinct, yet perfectly complementary, forms.
So, faced with this cosmic puzzle, Brahma didn't just create something out of thin air or dust. No, he came up with a solution that was completely unexpected and deeply personal.
The key to this whole story really lies in this number, 2. It's all about the power of duality, emerging from a single point of unity.
And here it is, the pivotal moment, a quote taken straight from the Agni Purana itself. It says, Brahmaji made two parts of his body. Now just think about that for a second. The creator didn't just make something new, the creator became the creation by dividing himself.
So how did this divine split actually work? Well, from the right half of his body, the masculine principle was created, and from the left half, the feminine principle emerged. It's a perfect complementary division from a single unified source.
But this incredible act didn't just create some abstract ideas. No way. It gave physical form to the very first ancestors of all humanity.
And these first beings, they have names. From that masculine half came Swayambhuva Manu, and from the feminine half, Shatarupa. These two are basically at the very, very root of the human family tree in this tradition.
So let's break that down. Who exactly was Swayambhuva Manu? His name literally means self-manifested, which tells you he was born directly from Brahma, not created from something else. He's considered the original progenitor, the father of all humankind.
And then you have his counterpart, Shatarupa, the first woman. Her name is just as powerful, meaning she of 100 beautiful forms. She is the archetypal first mother, the source from which all other generations would flow.
Okay, so we have our first pair, born from a single divine act. But why are they so important? Let's take a look at the legacy of Manu.
The lineage is actually very straightforward and really profound. It all starts with that first pair, Manu and Shatarupa, who came from one divine source. Then they create the first family, and from that single family, the entire human race is said to have descended.
It's a beautifully simple but incredibly powerful idea, isn't it? From one divine being came two, and from that original pair came all of us.
And that really leaves us with a fascinating thought to chew on. What does it mean if our origin story isn't about being created from dust, but from a single being literally dividing itself? It suggests that maybe, at our very core, we aren't separate things at all, but essential halves of a single divine whole. Pretty incredible to think about.